Flamingo Land is one of my favourite theme parks in the UK. With all of its amazing zoo as well as theme park, there really is an awful lot to do. However, what are the top 10 rides at the park? Coming in at number 10, we have got Twistosaurus, a raw-tastic roller coaster where you spin, spin, spin. To start off with, you jump in one of the 4 highly themed vehicles, which is made to feel like you are actually inside a dinosaur. With your family set to go, you head up the peculiar looking lift hill before heading round the circuit 2 times. It's not only that though, as you also do it while spinning around, which creates a really fun experience for all the family. The pros of this attraction is the enjoyment, because if you are lots of people, it is really fun to sit in 2 separate cars, so when you are spinning you can face each other. Unfortunately though, this ride has not got a lot of theming. There are a few rocks and a nest located around the attraction, so that is a bit disappointing, as especially it is a family ride. With this in mind though, I still recommend a ride on Twistosaurus. Number 9 is another ride that will leave you dizzy. However, this isn't a roller coaster but instead a Zamperla disco. Yes, this is Navigator. This attraction is a replica to many rides around the world, including Mia's Ride Adventure at my home park of Legoland Windsor, and it is really fun. Therefore, if you have done one of these before, a quick tip before you go is do the more unique attractions first, as they will be the same experience. However, if you do choose to do this attraction, this 2-minute ride will send you spinning 60 feet in the air and give you such an intense experience. On the other hand, as I say in all of my top 10s about these types of rides, the restraints are so uncomfortable. So if you do have a bad back, I definitely wouldn't recommend riding it. Number 8 is Mischief Mansion, a very hidden but amazing ride. This attraction is situated in the corner of the park, and unless you know where it is, it will be quite hard to find. However, if you do manage to get onto this attraction, you will be shocked at how amazing the theming is. There are such awesome characters and scenes for the whole family to see as you head round in your little car. And one more thing I love most about this attraction is that unlike most of the haunted houses around the world, this one is not scary at all. Therefore, no matter what age you are, you can enjoy this ride without worrying about the jumps and scary moments. PS, each train only sits 2 people, so if you are with an odd number of people, then sometimes you will need to be on your own. Number 7 is going to a ride which I did not do on my last visit due to it being closed. However, I did really want to do it, and when I did get home and watched a video of it, I realised this definitely deserves a spot on this list. This ride is the Lost River ride, and in my opinion it looks like the best water ride in the UK. Now don't get me wrong, there is an awful lot of theming towards the water ride, but the experience you get is great. You start off by boarding your boat, which sits 4 people per row, so you can sit comfortably with your whole group. Then, unlike lots of other big soaker boat rides out there, this one sends you around a little journey before heading up the lift hill. But one reason why this ride is so unique is that it sends you around a zoo. I know, right? Therefore, you can see so many animals on your adventure. Just a quick disclaimer though, no animals can get into the water, so don't worry. Finally, you got up the lift hill, go through the tube, which I wish could have a little bit more theming, before going down the drop. This ride is amazing, and I would highly recommend it on a hot sunny day. Number 6 is Flip Flop, a funfair ride with actually quite a lot of theming. Now normally with funfair rides situated at the park, I ignore them, as you can go on them at so many different locations, and I'd rather go on the individual rides located around the park. However, because there is water located underneath the attraction, it pulled me in and I really wanted to have a ride on it. There were so many intense moments, and due to the cycle being so long, I got off it with quite an adrenaline rush. In addition to this, it was worth going on it, as the water effects underneath made the ride so much more exciting, as you always feel like you were going straight into it. So if you are coming to Flamingo Land and want some thrills, I would definitely recommend Flip Flop. Top 5, and for this spot it is going to another very intense ride. Yes, it is Pterodactyl, and even though it is located near many kids rides, if you are a faint-hearted, I would not recommend this. You soar 151 feet in the air for quite a long cycle, being held up by only 4 metal chains. If that doesn't scare you, what does? Maybe the fact that you sit in groups of 2, so make sure you go on this ride with a friend who is not scared of heights, otherwise you have something a bit more scary than the ride coming your way. However, in all seriousness, in my opinion, this ride isn't that bad as it looks, but I do know many people, including my friends, who would disagree. Therefore, when you do go, give it a go if you are considering it, and if you don't enjoy it, you never have to do it again. To continue the thrill of heights, if you are scared of heights, shut your eyes now, as for our number 4 spot, we have got Cliffhanger, a 180 foot shot drop tower, which opened in 2002. Now many of you might wonder what I mean by a shot drop tower. Well, it's a drop tower which shoots you up, down, up, down, you get the drill, until literally you reach your fear limit. But oh my god, is this ride worth doing. This ride only has a tiny bit of theming at the beginning, but to be honest, the best part is the view across the park, and pretty much all drop towers around the world, apart from Tower of Terror, has no theming. You start off by sitting in your seat for the shoot up, then you go up, then straight down. A quick tip, if you know someone who doesn't know about the shoot up, it is really funny to watch their face as it goes up. This happens a few times until you finally go to the top and you get locked in. At this point, you can get an amazing view of the park. If you have a GoPro, get it ready for this ride before you drop one last time. We are now at the top 3, and for this spot we have got a Vekoma SLC. However, before you all do start screaming at me, this ride has got a different layout than all the other torture machines. This is Kumali, and if I never went on it, this roller coaster would not even be on this list. But when I did ride it, I don't know if I was just in a good mood or something, but I actually enjoyed this Vekoma SLC. There are so many elements, and surprisingly, the theming is really good, therefore making the queue line enjoyable to be in. Now, one thing that bothers me about this attraction though, and it is just a personal thing, but when you are going up the lift hill, I find it quite scary having nothing underneath your feet, but there is something if a ride does break down to go up and get you down safely. But apart from that, I thoroughly enjoyed Kumali. Top 2, and this was quite a hard one, as both this ride and number 1 are great. However, for this spot it is going to Mumbo Jumbo, and it's not just the name which sounds great. This ride is in such a small space but packs a lot of airtime, loops and G-force, leaving you want to go on this attraction again and again and again. Firstly, let's get the bad parts out of the way, and that for many it would be the restraints. However, personally, I don't find the restraints that bad. Actually, I feel like it gives you more airtime, but this is all up to your opinion. The ride itself though is probably the most intense ride at the park, as not only are the loops crazy and it leaves you hanging upside down, the turns twist you the wrong way, but that's not the worst. As 30 meters high, you go on a drop which is 120 degrees. I'll let you think about it for a second, but honestly guys, I would recommend this if you want a unique experience but also an incredibly intense one. PS, due to the car being small, the input is incredibly slow. After an amazing list, we are now at the number 1 spot, not just for Flamingo Land, but also in the whole of the UK in my opinion. Yes, you guessed it, this spot is Hero. Just kidding, it's Velocity. And this motorbike coaster is one of a kind. You start off by boarding your motorcycle before heading round the corner, then the excitement begins as you shoot off at speeds of 0 to 60 miles an hour in only 2.8 seconds before heading around the circuit full of twists, turns and every possible element you can imagine. And just remember guys, you are doing all of this on a motorbike, so if that's not awesome, what is? Unfortunately though, there is not a lot of theming on this attraction, and I feel like if they added it, this might even be higher up my list of the best rides in the world. Nevertheless, this ride is a must do every single time you visit, and honestly, I recommend this more than any ride over at the park. Well, that is it from our top 10 video today. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to like, subscribe and comment down below, as I would love to hear your opinion on my list and what you just think in general, as I do reply to every single comment within 24 hours. Also, if you really did enjoy this video and want to see more just like this, please make sure to follow our Patreon page, as from as little as £1 a month, you can get up to 2-day early access to videos just like this one here. But yes, this is it from me, Tom Derrick, over here on Theme Park Coasting, and I will see you guys later for another top 10 video. Goodbye.